first topic that I want to talk about is something that just kind of happened the last day or two. It's the national anthem piece in Dallas. So for Dallas home games, the Mavericks have not played the national anthem before games, but they also haven't had fans. And Mark Cuban gave a statement to the Athletic saying that, hey, we're not going to play the anthem. Our players feel like it's not representative of them and who they are. So he's not going to have the anthem played anymore. But then today, the league came back and said that all teams will play the national anthem before the game. So I understand why, on different fronts, why the team may feel like the anthem does not represent who they are. Just from some of the stuff as far as race that's going on in this country. If you do a full deep dive into the full Star Spangled Banner, you see some of the other words that we don't sing in that anthem. I can understand why, as a black person, a person of color, you would not feel that this song is embodies who you are and represents who you are. But then also the NBA has become so international that it's like, hey, the faith of your franchise is Slovenian. Do you think he really cares about the Star Spangled Banner before the game? Like, why is he pledging allegiance to a country that he's not even a citizen of, essentially? So from that side, I understand what Mark Cuban is doing, but I also understand the league saying this is America, and we're going to pay homage to America, and we're also going to use this as a moment to, I don't know, it allows you to show off color guards and promote the military, and you know how much money the Department of Defense spends in the NFL just to raise awareness. So I can see both sides of it, but essentially I fall with Mark Cuban because I don't really think it's that serious. We're not singing the national anthem before any other job in America. What are your thoughts? Boink.
Yeah, I mean, I think people have always like taken the anthem issue and made it either something that it's not, or B, a bigger deal than it is. I mean, I like Mark Cuban. I like what he's done. You know, he's actually one of the few owners that listens to his players and is kind of in touch with what's going on around the country. But I mean, like, if you want to kneel during it or you know, protest social injustice, like, they obviously have that right to do so, and I don't think that harms anybody. I personally don't feel offended, even being like, you know, a member of the military. Like, that's one of the reasons why I think we fight, is to have that option to protest and or you know, fight social injustice.
What about you, EB?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you both. Dallas, for some reason, like even since we've been children, has always been like the international hotspot for international players. I remember back when like Don Nelson was the coach, there was a commercial and he was like getting all these different dictionaries in different languages. And then he's like yelling at Dirk in practice in German. And then Dirk says something back and he like scrambles to get his German dictionary. But it was like Dirk, Edward, Nahara, like just a bunch of players from other countries. And I don't mind it on that point. Like, we don't play the anthem for Luka. We don't play anthems for other people's players. So I don't mind them being like, we don't want to play it. And then I also don't mind the NBA coming in and saying, like, since the NBA's inception, we've been playing this song before games. We want to honor America, the country that this league is inside. And if you want to sit during it or kneel, you don't want to sing along, like, by all means, go for it. We're just still going to play it. I don't mind. And then, because I don't think the national anthem itself is like promoting injustice. I think the people protesting it are protesting it because it is the anthem for a country that has some inequalities. But I don't think the anthem itself is the problem. So if the NBA wants to make them play it, I don't mind. If they want to kneel, I don't mind.
So in a state like Texas, you know, everything's bigger in Texas. Texas is its own thing. Do you think it's un-American for them to not want to play the anthem before games?
I think, yeah, it being in Texas doesn't have to do with it being any more or less un-American. I think it being in Texas is going to get you more backlash for sure. But if you did it in California, if you did it in any country or any state in the country, like it's not any more or less American. You're just going to have different backlash.
Well, is California even America?
Here we go.
Serious question, you know. I think that this story's not gonna get the negative backlash that it would get if it's the NFL, though, just because of the demographic of basketball. But what I do find interesting is we talk about the NBA being a pro player league. We talk about the NBA, you know, caring about their players and being in touch with their needs and stuff. But the NBA has the most strict anthem policy. You know, their policy is you stand for the anthem, and they just recently waived it over the past couple of years. But then even also with the NBA coming out and making a strong statement, it's like, nah, bro, like y'all are going to play the national anthem. I think it shows that the NBA is not as player friendly, as woke as some might say.